Javneet. How are you?
Good afternoon. I am good. How are you?
I'm also very good. Thank you so much. Okay, should I call you Javneet or should I call you ma'am?
Sorry, that's your choice. Whatever
I'll
you're
call you ma'am.
comfortable in. Okay, no issues in that. All right. So you had your lunch?
Yeah, I had it.
Okay, that's great. Let us begin with the session then.
Sure.
Okay. Today in this session we'll discuss something about pets and companionship. Okay.
Had and some sandwich.
What do you understand by this word? First of all, tell me what is companion.
Companion, matlab, I mean, like sort, it is sort kind of living together with compatibility with sort of kind of thing.
Okay, compatibility is different. It happens in the relationship. Companion means a friend, a partner, a person whom we can depend on, rely on.
Like a friend. Okay, okay.
Anyone. It can be, what sometimes people say that their dog is their companion because they can't communicate to human beings, but they can like have a good bond with their pets, pet dog, pet cat, or whatever.
Okay. Hmm.
Now, first of all, tell me who is your companion in your life?
No one.
Okay, but any one person whom you share things with and you like spending time with them?
I mean, I used to spend time with my friends,
Huh.
but for last past 2 years or 3 years, no, there is no one. Yeah, and nowadays I try to, I mean, sort out the things my own or with myself. So I
Okay.
can tell.
No, but you do hang out with your friends, right?
No, nowadays I used to do, but nowadays most of them got married. They are busy in their life. So
Okay.
for past 6 months, I mean, yeah, I mean, that question was like, who was my companion? So I can say that whenever I get stressed, then I go to the gym. I work out there. I work on my skills. I work on my YouTube channel. So yeah, these are
Okay.
my companions.
All right. Yeah, that's a good answer. These are your companions because you keep yourself busy and distracted from everything, right?
Yeah, I'm trying.
Okay. Yeah, that's your choice entirely. No issues in that. So now tell me, why do people feel that a pet animal can be a good companion for them?
First thing, if I talk about like definitely still, I mean, especially if I talk about the dogs, then definitely they are very loyal, to be
Okay.
honest. And because I'm also not that kind of, I mean, not an animal lover, but I like to take care of those. I mean, them like a cow street dogs, and I also when I go to the park daily early in the morning, then I carry some biscuits. I carry packets of biscuits and I breads. So I feed them early in the morning, and when I go in the evening also, then I carry those packets. So I take care of them because whenever I go in front of them, they usually starts. They usually start walking behind me and try to search for something. And yeah, so the way they look at me was like, I mean, I feel like no, it is what I'm doing. It is good. Like if I'm not doing well in my life, but I'm doing for someone, so I feel good with that.
Okay, all right. Now, you know what? According to you, what is more important, having sympathy or having empathy? What is the
I
difference
think
between
empathy.
sympathy and empathy?
Sympathy, I guess. I mean, somebody is not. I mean, somebody is not doing well in his life, or somebody is uh, sad because of some reason. So people you know, give them sympathy to, it's okay, it is happening, or it's okay, it happens. So, like they are trying to support those people. So that is for sympathy, I guess.
Oh, now we can say that. You know what? For example, let's try to keep it simple. Sympathy means feeling for someone. Something bad happened with you, and I am feeling sorry for you. Okay, that is
Okay.
sympathy. What is empathy? You are something bad happened with you, and I am feeling sorry with you. I am there in your pain. I can also feel the pain you are going through, and I am there at every step to assist you whenever you need me. That is empathy. Sympathy
Okay.
is only saying that, okay, I am sorry you are going through this. But empathy is, okay, I am there with you. Right?
Okay.
These two statements are different. That is why it is said that we should be more empathetic in nature.
Okay. I got
Correct?
you.
So, whenever any of your friends they are caught in a situation of, let's say, financial crisis, they want some money. Do you lend them easily, or you are a bit hesitant to do that?
Like it depends on the person. Like I mean, yeah, definitely. First thing which I will do, that if I have that much amount of money with, then definitely I'll get to help them. First thing which I'll do this. But in case of other person whom I don't know, or somebody come up to me and suddenly ask for money. So like we usually it happens with when we uh, are walking on the road, when we walk on the road and somebody come up to me and come up to us and then ask some amount of money to feed, I'm not getting this, I want this thing, so I want money for that. So I don't like to give them money. Yeah, this thing, this kind of person.
Okay, so basically, you are talking about homeless people and the beggar, right? So, whenever you are on the road, they do approach you and they ask you for money. Okay, that's got it. But any of your close friend, not close friend, any of your friend, okay, you don't talk with him or her very much, very often. And if they are asking, then will you arrange money from somewhere or will you just deny them?
It depends on how important that person for me.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
If someone is very close, like I have so not so many friends. I have very few friends. So yeah, I mean, if they will ask me for money, like they are suffering from some financial condition or whatever they are suffering from. If they will ask me without saying me that this is the condition I'm suffering from, then I'll not ask this. I'll not ask the situation what she is going through or whatever the situation. I'll give the money if I'll have.
Okay, okay, all right, got it. Now tell me, have you ever had a pet before at your home?
Yeah, I mean, I had rabbits.
Wow, that's beautiful. So you had or you still have?
No, I had. I mean, they died, but after that, I felt like no, I should not. I mean, bring them home. I mean, to what we can say, palna. Uh,
पालना को इंग्लिश में क्या बोलते हैं? Nurture.
nurture. Sorry, yeah. I mean, I
Repeat the
felt
line.
after nurture. Okay. So after when they died, after that I realized that no, it feels very bad after if we nurture something or like a plant or like a pet, then after they died and then we felt very bad at that time. So I don't want to face that kind of situation again in my life. So I did. I prefer to not nurture
Oh,
them.
okay, all right. And that is okay because I think dogs, pet, cats, they usually die, and I think their loss is very difficult to cope up with, right?
Yeah, because they can't express themselves, at that time also when they are suffering from some diseases and all. So so it was not that very easy for me when they died. Yeah, it happened. So I prefer to not nurture them at all. I prefer to feed outside. It is okay with me, but not prefer that.
Okay, okay, all right, that's great. So now in that case, can you please tell me, there are some people who even allow their pet dogs to come into their bedroom. They're sleeping on the beds with them. Do you think that's a hygienic option, like according to your perspective?
If they are nurturing them and they take care of them, then definitely they take care of all the hygiene things of the of their pets, definitely. So now after that, I think it is okay to share the bed with them and all. But yeah, there is a definitely I mean there is a limit of all the in all things. Like we can't share our food in the same on the same plate. And
Obviously.
I also prefer the same thing that I mean it's a different thing. They all are animals, so they all have some other bacteria in their body, and we don't know about it. And also we don't know that what kind of disease maybe they are suffering from, or maybe they will suffer. So there is a distance we should maintain.
Exactly.
What I believe.
Ah, yes, yes. I agree with your part, but there are people who I think they're lying into their beds and all. I think it's okay, it's their choice. We can't really question that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you ever like to have a bird as your pet?
No, I never have.
Okay, why would you never like to have it?
Again, the same. The first, my first pet was rabbit. After that, my mother also was saying that we should not nurture any of the animals because, like, when I was in the village, I was in the village when I was 4 or 5.
Mhm.
Uh, so in my childhood, I was living in my village. So we had 3 to 4 cows and buffaloes also. So yeah, I mean, I didn't remember exactly, but what my mother said to me that used to say that no, when you were kid, then you usually wake up early in the morning. You go to their, I mean, shelter and try to like what is it? Try to love them and make food for them because I was so I mean I was kid, so I was not able to do anything for them, but I was trying. So yeah, I mean, since my childhood, I had this kind of emotion. So yeah, but I never nurture birds. I guess.
But the question was that would you ever like to do it? I'm not asking your past. I'm asking a hypothetical question कि अगर ऐसा होता तो क्या आप पसंद करते वो चीज करना? That is hypothetical. How will you answer hypothetical questions?
Yeah, I will. I mean, I would like to.
Yes. So, would you ever like to have a bird in future? If it's possible, a parrot, a speaking parrot, or something else?
I would. I would like to nurture speaking parrots.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, because my mother is also like to nurture parrots because my in my mother's childhood, my mother had those kind of birds in her house. So yeah, I mean, my mother usually says to me that if we should bring the speaking parrots at our home and nurture them, we should uh, yeah,
Hmm.
nurture in a what can we say pinjara, like cage. Yeah,
Cage.
we should keep them in a cage. So yeah, okay, we will do,
Okay.
but not.
But I think we should avoid only because we are just, I think reducing their freedom. They can't fly in the sky. So I think they are meant to be in the sky, isn't it? The birds and all.
Yeah, because of that, definitely I also think like that. So why will I, bring someone and cage them and so yeah, it is not good for their freedom because they are also, you can say they are also living beings. So
Yes,
they also have
obviously.
some freedoms and they also have rights to go anywhere they want to go. So yeah, it's their journey, it's their life. God has is these all are the also. created by the God. So yeah, we have no rights to do all this.
Correct. Okay. Have you ever seen a turtle? Not a turtle, sorry, a tortoise.
It's basically a kachua, I guess.
Yes,
Tortoise.
kachua is tortoise. Yes, tortoise. Many people keep tortoise as their pet also, I've seen. Have
No,
you seen? No? Okay, there was one of my uncle, he had kept a tortoise, and you know what? Tortoise are considered as very lucky because they can live up to 200 years. So they can live up to many years. So that's why people say that tortoise brings fortune, they bring wealth, they are a symbol of luck. I don't know if it is true, it is said obviously.
yeah, I mean, yeah, I've also heard this thing when, like, if someone nurture the tortoise at their home, then it brings luck. What
Exactly.
I have also heard, people are getting money, people are getting fame because of the turtles. And also, I have heard about the uh, elephant, also like silver elephants. We made up of silver elephants. If we place that on the table in the middle of our house, then it also brings. So, yeah, that kind of thing I have
Okay.
also.
I never heard about elephant. I only heard about tortoise.
Okay.
Okay, all right. Have you ever seen or encountered any snake?
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
5 to 6 times, maybe more than 10 times in a
Oh
village.
my god. Okay, so regular. I mean, what's the reason? How come you're seeing snake very often?
No, I mean the village. Every year I go to the village in the Shara. So it is basically a rainy season across the Shara. I guess before that, just
Okay.
as one of that, right? So uh, we never. I mean, usually we live in Delhi, but in every year we go to our village. So nobody live there. So that house is completely. I mean, nobody is living there. So what we can say, that house is completely uh,
Empty
not
or vacant?
empty, and also we can say not very well maintained.
Okay.
And also they are by surrounding. My house is surrounding by jungle. Like there are lots of
Surrounding.
bamboos
It is
surrounded.
surrounded by
It is surrounded by bamboos and bamboo trees, and there are a lot of trees are surrounded
bushes. You can say wild bushes.
by.
झाड़ियाँ होती है उसको bushes कहते हैं. Wild bushes you can say.
So because
Okay.
of that, maybe in a year when rainy season comes, then grass and trees starts trees starts growing. Then because of that, they all are animals and reptiles are coming from those.
Okay. So you're not scared of them? Not scared of getting bitten by them? No? Okay. But you know what? There was one incident that there was one of my distant relative. They went to Agra for some wedding. Okay. And I don't know that boy was sleeping on the floor in night.
Okay.
And suddenly the snake come and bit him in his back, on his back. Okay. And he thought it was just a mosquito bite and he ignored it. He ignored it for 7 days. And after 7 days, the poison was spread into the entire body and he died. He was obviously very careless in that thing. If there was something, he could have like shown to someone, right? Because he didn't.
Okay.
So I think that is where snake can be scary, but the more cautious and careful you are, you can just avoid these things, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely. I mean, most of people say snakes are very scary. Yeah, but what I believe also when I was kid, but by the time I realized that when if we like there's very special case or there are very some scenarios where bite someone, snake bites someone. They are very special cases. But if we will never hit them or we will never try to mess with them, then definitely they will not react. They will go with their own way and they will go with their path. That's it. What I have seen usually.
That they don't interrupt people unless they are into their way or they are doing something, right?
Yeah.
Okay, okay, all right, got it. Have you ever seen an owl?
Owl. Um, no, I never. Yeah, I mean, in my childhood, maybe I've seen, but in Delhi, I've not seen.
In Delhi, that's not common because nowadays we are having cities, buildings everywhere. So it's not
Yeah,
very common to see, right? Okay. Have you heard this idiom? The idiom goes like hold your horses. Have you heard it?
hold your horses. No, I've not heard it.
So hold your horses basically means I ask you some question and you are replying the question and you're speaking for continuous 7 to 8 minutes because you're very excited to share some information. So what will I say? I will say that okay, Mr. Manish, hold your horses, control your emotions. Then you can continue. Don't be too excited.
Okay.
It's a very common idiom used. Hold your horses. Okay. And the next very common use is eagle's eye. Have you heard it? Eagle's eye.
Because I mean, yeah, I've not heard it, but I can
Yes,
guess
yes.
some words. Like eagles, I mean, very careful or very those people who are very, I mean, very
Sharp
clever.
eyesight.
Yeah, top
So they are
eyesight.
having very sharp eyesight. Who in your family member has an eagle eye? That they are having very sharp eyesight.
Mine.
So you only.
Yeah, I can say that. But I
Okay,
mean,
well,
in terms of vision, not in terms of not vision, but in terms of
preciseness of things.
yeah, the
Ah, that's okay. Some people they consider things, and I think this is used for like we always have one relative in our home, our grandmother or any person who is not having much work now, and they generally do this activity, right? Asking you, beta, where are you going, and other questions, right?
I guess.
Okay, all right, got it. So now talking about the feedback where we have to focus, you are not maintaining eye contact as I told you in the previous session also. So in order to think of the words, you start looking here and there. Okay.
Okay.
So we have to be more mindful of that thing that whenever you are speaking something or thinking your thoughts, you have to maintain an eye contact as well.
So I'll work on that.
Second thing is there were some times in the session where you were struggling to get the English word for the Hindi version like palna and other things, right? So we have to focus on more those things. That is vocabulary. Your general vocabulary now start translating from Hindi to English.
Okay.
Because I understand about pets you have not discussed with anyone in English as such, right?
Yeah.
That's the reason we are coming up with new words. And now you are next time whenever you speak to someone about pets, you have some vocabulary. You have some words you can use, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that is where we have to focus. Clean expression of thoughts and second is vocabulary part. These two areas we have to consistently work upon.
Okay.
Okay. Are you working like besides the session? Are you giving time? Are you giving yourself small challenges?
Yeah, I mean, yes. I mean, I'm practicing. I mean, I listen to a podcast, and whatever the podcaster asks to the
Questions.
guest, then that those questions I noted down on my in my copy, and then I try to ask those questions to myself in the
That's
front of the
perfect.
mirror, and then yeah, I
Yeah,
do
that's
this.
a good thing. That's a very good thing you are doing. So now when you are answering, focus on the vocabulary you are using and make sure that you sit in front of the mirror and answer so that you can maintain an eye contact also, okay?
Okay.
Alright. So that's all from my side. Any other questions or doubts?
No, I don't have. But yeah, one thing I want to ask you that, like I have been taken more than 10 or 12 sessions, I guess, so far, and still I'm struggling. One thing in my mind always when I speak with someone that how to keep our mind calm when I speak with someone. So this is the main thing which I'm going to.
Okay, alright. So for that I will suggest you two things. First thing is start following the law of attraction. Do you know what is law of attraction?
I mean, yeah, I have listened to the audiobook and
Law of
I
attraction
got
means you have to start manifesting that okay, you are a good speaker. You have to keep confidence in yourself. Don't be in a hurry to complete your sentence and remove this fear of getting judged and making mistakes. Even if you make mistakes over here, it's fine. We are correcting you and we are improving for the better. So you have to treat us like a friend, not as a teacher. And you're having a general conversation, just go with the flow. Don't pressurize your mind. I have to give my 100%. Nothing. Go very calmly, very patiently. You have to convince your mind for that. That is why it's all about human psychology. The more you make your brain more calm, the more better results it will give you in return. Be calm, be patient, treat us as like a friend, a normal conversation we are having, discussing normal things. There was nothing extraordinary we discussed today. Something very usual. The animals you saw, what was your experience, general conversation. Okay, so you have to train your mind accordingly that okay, it's not a difficult thing, it's a very easy thing for you and you can do it. That can really help you to not have a very, I know many people they're having a kind of a storm in their mind. So many ideas, so many clashes. We have to stop that. Then only our improvement and performance can improve. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. So try to impose these things on your mind and then let's catch up in the next session, alright?
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Good day.